Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't created, but see true.
Good early afternoon or good morning, you guys. Welcome to Tips, Topics, and Talk, your Monday morning edition. Yes, I know. I'm normally here at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8-ish. Y'all, I fell over the weekend. And I'm still sore. I was so sore, I went to bed early. And let me tell you something. Don't ever fall at this age. It's a different kind of fall that I cannot explain. And I feel like I've been to the gym and somebody has hit me with steel rods. Let me just say that. So I'm sore all around my back and my both knees. But how do you hurt both knees? Your arm, my arms, my wrist, my ankle. I heard my ankle crunch. It was ridiculous. I said, you know what? I'm not going to go live first thing in the morning. I'm going to let my body lay here until my body says, girl, get it together. It's time to get up. And so that's what I did. So welcome to your edition of the Day Shift and Tips, Topics, and Talk with me. I'm Paulette. I'm the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, and we're here to get you started with your day. A couple of things that we're going to be doing today is, we're going to be going over the news and information that you can use. But because it's two shows in one today, we're also going to be doing a project. Now, one of the things that we all know here at Tips, Topics, and Talk and the Day Shift here at the Brownstone is we've been talking about self-sustainability. We've also been talking about shopping local. We've also been talking about all of the other things that we need to do to continue to exude in our joy and level of resistance that cannot be explained, but you will definitely be able to see. And a lot of that is staying out of those big box retailers that have shown us who they are. Okay? Because again, like Maya Angelou says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I'm not going to take it for a chance ever again. I see you, I hear you, and I understand that you are about your dollars, but so am I. So with that, you do with it what you will. And if you're just here for some of the shenanigans and having some fun and enjoying the time that we spend here together when I go live, great. I think that is amazing. So once again, welcome. If you are not familiar with Brownstone Worldwide, you can always head over to brownstoneworldwide.com. You can always check out Cityscape Radio, the app, and the website. And then you can also check out Brownstone Living Magazine, which has the amazing and most incomparable, you guessed it, Aisha Taylor Issa, who is on the cover. She is the CEO and founder of The Sister Shop. Okay, we had an in-depth, candid conversation. I'm going to be sharing some of the snippets from the interview with you guys on YouTube, where you can find us. You can also find us on Substack. You can find us on, of course, Facebook, Meta, of course, and also eventually, oh, we're also on Bigo and we're also on Instagram as well. So you can go ahead and check us out there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We want to jump right into some of this news. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have already seen what happened. Thank you so much for the likes, y'all. Hey, Angie T, how you doing? Y'all, I got some lettuce over here. We get ready to do some stuff with this lettuce. Listen, you notice something missing from the lettuce? You notice something missing from the lettuce? We're going to be talking about that here very shortly, okay? And if I'm not careful, I'm going to trip and fall again. Because I have one of those anti-stress mats on the floor. Did I just trip over it? Sure did. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to jump right into is someone just sent me a message about your homeboy. I'm just going to start calling him the homeboy. Because, listen, what is this? This too much. DJT has decided that former President Joe Biden's preemptive pardons of members of the January 6th committee are void because he signed them by auto pen. Where my drink at? I wish it was something in it. This is according to NBC News. Okay, President Donald Trump this morning claimed former President Joe Biden's preemptive pardons of members of the January 6th committee are invalid because they were done by auto pen. The now defunct committee investigated the 2021 attack on the Capitol and Trump's role in the events leading up to it. He's going to meet with the Kennedy Center's Board of Trustees this afternoon. Numerous shows have been canceled or rescheduled since he appointed White House officials and allies to the Washington Performing Arts Center Board of Trustees and decided that he was going to be its chairman. So they was like, no, not on my watch. So a lot of artists and performers have decided that they're pulling out. The emperor has new clothes. They can't nobody see but him. Yeah. Washington Mayor Muriel Bowser will hold a press conference this afternoon on the next steps in the negotiations over a more than $1 billion reduction in the district's budget that Congress included in the government funding bill that was signed last week by your boy. The Senate passed a bill to restore the funds, but it is unclear whether the House will consider the measure when it returns from recess next week. They the most recessinist folks. Did y'all notice that they recess a lot? I'm so serious. So hey CJ, come on in. Come on in. We're doing a project on today. Welcome, y'all. Oh gosh, this guy is set to speak with he's set to speak with Putin as he pushes for ceasefire. The cost of being a crosshairs public humiliation, rooting for Ukraine, but more think that DJT prefers Russia. Okay, I could go on and on and on. We not. Because we hear about the joy. We about the joy. Yes, on today. We're also still going to give you news and information that you could use. But I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Let's start there. You know, this is kind of like when we were in kindergarten and first grade. We come back and tell everybody what we did over the weekend and what you had for breakfast. And I never understood. There was just one boy in my class. His name was Tony. Tony used to always talk about how much food that his mother prepared over the weekend for Sunday. So like sausage and eggs, and then she had like pancakes, and then they would have waffles, and then they would have all. And then you know what? I realized later as I got grown, he was telling the whole story. Period. Yes, please say that again. Don't you love that song? Girl, I just made that up. But thank you. They have something similar, but I just was like, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah. Congress stays out more than most. What we paying for? We paying for y'all to hang out like that? I don't understand. So you all stay out. Y'all stay kicking it and hanging out when you really should be out here with your constituents. But y'all a little scared. You know, y'all running, you know, y'all not like Bone Crusher. He said he ain't never scared. And like a lot of us, we're not either. We sick of y'all. We sick of the Democrats. We are. I don't know about anybody else, but I am. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely. Oh, no. Let me sip this iced coffee. Forever 21 officially files bankruptcy, y'all. Oh, the amount of outfits I was able to get off of the clearance rack from Forever 21 was astounding. Yes, I shopped at Forever 21 for me. Yes. Woo. Now, a couple things that are happening. Forever 21 is filing for bankruptcy. They've fallen victim of both inflation and online shopping. Y'all know how it is. More and more people have options, right? And people have the option to shop where they want. Like, it's not just about, let's go. Do y'all remember it used to be a store? This is me squirreling. There was a store called Zayre. Am I the only one old enough to remember that store? And in my local area, there was a store called Spartans. So it was Spartans, Kmart, and then maybe in the early, maybe like mid 80s to early 90s, there was Zayre with a Zayre. And it was like a Marshalls / TJ Maxx kind of thing. Like they had a lot of closeout items and stuff. Okay, I must be the only one. So, falling victim of both inflation and online shopping, Forever 21 is filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy for a second time. The retailer, known for its fast fashion, filed the claim in a Delaware court. The company, which operates some 540 stores globally, said it would wind down its U.S. operations, listing assets of $100 million to $500 million and liabilities of $1 billion to $10 billion. And that's now according to Bloomberg. Last month, it closed its Los Angeles headquarters and laid off approximately 700 staffers. Oh my God. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Now, I know that we had a Forever 21 up the street from where I live, and they closed that sucker down last year. And I was like, that was when they did their first round of, we have to file bankruptcy, and they closed the store here. They also closed, what was the name of that store? Oceans, I think it was. They closed that, and I mean, it's just empty. And I'm like, oh my God. So it's like this little, you know how they have these shopping centers now, since malls are like a thing of the past. Now, let's also talk about this. Consumers are starting to rein in their spending. Folks are starting to get a little wise, and they're like, okay, what we got to do? Breaking news. This actually broke about 25 minutes ago. Retail sales rose less than expected in February as consumers reined in their spending amid growing inflation concerns. The value of sales, not adjusted for inflation, advanced 0.2%. The Commerce Department said Monday, compared with forecast for a 0.6% increase. January's retail sales were revised to a decline of 1.2%. The figures add to a picture in which U.S. tariffs, which could drive prices higher, are inhibiting American shoppers. Sales decreased in 7 out of 13 product categories, especially vehicles. We knew that was coming. We knew that. So here's what's starting to happen. And I, like I said before in previous broadcasts, I have friends who are retail store owners. Number one, a couple of them have already made decisions to close down their stores. I had a store. I closed mine in September of 2024. We physically went in, shut it down. I could see it. I was like, oh, this is not getting ready to be good. And then that's when I went on Whatnot and started putting stuff up. And then I closed that down and reopened a personal one. And so that one is up now. But that's when I started making a decision then. And so several of my friends who were in physically just hardcore retailers themselves, started making decisions to purchase a lot of their items early before these tariffs kicked in, especially after we found out that he did, in fact, win the election. And we were like, oh, here we go. But by that time, I had already shut down. So there we go. So let's see. Here are the numbers that we need to be watching this week. This weekend, you used Vote Forward site to send letters to Wisconsin voters. Bibbidi bop. Let's talk about that, shall we? Thank you. I am born and raised. I am a born and raised Wisconsinite. What's that website again? Voter. Put it in there again, because if I lean forward, y'all, all of this is just gonna spill out. We can't have that today. If you could put it back in there, vote or something. But yes, we definitely need to talk about that and get more people involved So guys, let's talk about that. There's a special election that's happening in Wisconsin. Let me see if I can find it. It's for a judge seat, right? Let me pull this up. And it's April 1st, and it's not April Fool's. It's legit. So early voting in Wisconsin has started. Vote forward. Vote FWD. Vote FWD. That's what I love, y'all. This is amazing. Okay. VoteFWD.org. VoteFWD.org. Thank you, Bibbidi Bob, for that. Big shout out to you for that. Early voting actually starts Tuesday for the April 1st election in Wisconsin, which includes races for the state Supreme Court, state superintendent of public instruction, a constitutional amendment on voter ID, and a variety of local offices and referendum. In-person absentee voting offers a chance to vote early, especially if you're out of town or busy on election day. You'll go to a designated location and election officials will help you cast an absentee ballot. So this is from, let's see. This is actually from the Milwaukee Journal. But here's a couple things you need to know from what I have gathered about this particular election. This particular election is so serious because there's a seat for two judges, one Republican, one for Democrat. The one Republican, let's see, is being backed. How much money is Musk putting behind this guy? A couple million, like 100 million or something, 2 million, like a 2.5, something. I don't know. Well, anyway, so he's putting all of this money behind this man's campaign. And basically he wants to buy this judge's seat so they can get stuff done that they need to get done. Okay. The other young lady who is running has, she is against stringent abortion laws and rights for women and several other things. Okay. So we definitely need to be paying more attention to that. I'll bring more information to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for that reminder. That was on my list. But y'all, we have been out in these streets all weekend shooting, filming. Let me say that because I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God. Right? Yeah. Him and his election interference. I'm so sick of him. Yeah, he's put some money behind it. And it's kind of, yeah. So let's find out who it is. So the spring Wisconsinites are going to elect a new justice to the state Supreme Court, and that's a high stakes race that's going to determine ideological control of the actual court itself. Super important. Liberal Justice Ann Walsh Bradley, who has served on the court for 30 years, announced last year that she wouldn't be seeking re-election. Ouch, in 2025. The election to replace her will take place on April 1st. Two candidates, conservative former Attorney General Brad Schimmel and liberal Dane County Judge Susan Crawford, are on the ballot. This election comes as the Supreme Court hears cases on a number of key issues, such as pollution cleanup, transgender rights, legislative maps, school funding, election law, and access to abortion, as I indicated earlier. Liberals currently hold a 4-3 majority on the court, and while the Supreme Court is technically nonpartisan, its elections tend to draw lots of partisan funding and political attention. According to WisPolitics, a record $56 million was spent in the 2023 Wisconsin Supreme Court election, in which Justice Janet Protasiewicz victory flipped the court to a liberal majority. Because of the ideological balance of the court, it's again up for grabs in April's election. It'll likely be another expensive election. So here's what you need to know about Brad Schimmel, folks, especially if you're from Wisconsin. You know anybody in that area, this is super important. He's a Republican, currently a judge on the Waukesha County Circuit Court, previously served as a Wisconsin Attorney General from 2015 to 2019 under former Governor Scott Walker, but lost a bid for re-election in 2018. Remember Scott Walker? He got in office and shut down the welfare system and didn't care who got impacted. And a lot of families that I know personally are still reeling from that years later. He's prioritized a number of conservative issues throughout his career. Joined Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton in leading a lawsuit to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Defended the GOP-controlled legislature's gerrymandered maps and opposed gun safety initiatives. Attended events at a Mar-a-Lago with President, you guessed it, your boy, and has been a guest at your boy's rallies. As recently as January 2nd, he defended rioters charged over their involvement in the January 6th insurrection in 2021, where they attacked the U.S. Capitol. Another piece of lawfare manipulation is that they utilize jurisdictions that are overwhelmingly to the left in terms of the voters, and that's what he said to conservative radio personality Vicki McKenna. So, from opening the border to releasing criminals on our streets, rogue judges across the nation are putting a radical agenda above the law, quote unquote. Yeah. I missed something. I missed something. Y'all forgive me because this is heavy. Susan Crawford, let's talk about her. Susan Crawford grew up in Chippewa Falls and received a bachelor's from Lawrence University and a law degree from the University of Iowa. Worked closely with Democrats throughout her career, worked as an assistant DA for the Wisconsin Department of Justice, prosecuting criminal cases, chief legal counsel for Democratic Governor Jim Doyle, and for numerous state agencies. Now, she was a private attorney and represented Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin in a 2014 case over how doctors administer pills used in medication abortions. She was also a partner in the liberal law firm Pines Bach in Madison. All four liberal justices on the Wisconsin Supreme Court have endorsed Crawford, including Bradley. In a statement released by Crawford's campaign, her statuist said, Crawford shares our belief in a justice system that gives everyone a fair shot, protects our most basic rights, and holds people accountable. So there you go. And again, Musk has put a ton of cash into the Republican side. And so what we got to do is make sure that our folks know about this. So vote forward, votefwd.org. Thank you again for that, Bibbidi Bop. I appreciate you. All right. See how y'all do? Y'all come in here and we just get to going, y'all, I'm so sore. I'm hurting. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm hurting. But I fell. If you saw my video, I fell over the weekend while we were on location this weekend. And we spent the entire weekend filming, and had all the equipment and stuff out. And I was stepping up onto a like the curb a little bit. And I guess the curb wasn't, and I twisted my ankle. And when I twisted my ankle, it was I felt like an Autobot. And I just went and hit the ground. And when I hit the ground, I knew I was going to fall. It was so fast. And I realized, okay, so if I try to catch myself, there's nothing for me to hold on to stop this fall. So I'm just going to have to take it. And when I fell forward, and I landed here, because had I not, I'd have hit my head on that concrete. And so I landed here with both hands and my knees. And so I'm sore. My foot is still swollen. I have a swollen knee this morning, and my entire back is literally on fire. I don't know how I fell. And so KJ was behind me, my son. He goes, "Oh my God, mother, where'd you go?" And he looks down, and he's trying to help me up. He's got me up under the arms, and he's trying to help me up. And then my daughter turns around. She was like, "Oh my God, mother, you're on the ground. What happened?" Now, mind you, we're filming St. Patrick's Day weekend. I was not alone when I filmed. And I do hope that nobody was crazy enough to film the fall. But they got me up quickly, and we kept on. Man, because if I hadn't caught myself, let me tell you something, the entire side of my face would be a hot mess. And I would, y'all would not see me today. Yes, you would. I would be greased up. And it even hurts to laugh. So I've been taking my little pain pills, a little Advil, a little salt, And I went to bed. I went to bed. It's about 9:30. I was like, I'm done. I can't. I took my pain pill. I woke up about 3 o'clock, and I was hurting again. So I took another pain pill, and I laid back down. And I thought, okay, I'll wake up when I wake up. Oh my God. So there's my story. I'm sticking to it. It's been a mess. It's been a mess. So did y'all hear the SpaceX crew actually relieves ISS astronauts? So they're back on the ground. NASA astronauts who had been stuck at the International Space Station for months are now expected to return to Earth tomorrow. So SpaceX delivered a 4-person crew to the International Space Station on Sunday, laying the groundwork for the return of 2 NASA astronauts who have been at the facility since June of last year. Ooh, child, I know they can't wait to get home and get in a hot shower, a hot tub, something. I think I would just stay in water for about 5 days. I'm so serious. Astronauts Barry Wilmore and Sunita Williams' 8-day mission turned into a 9-month ordeal after they experienced technical issues with their spacecraft. I'm just glad to hear that they're okay. Right, I can't either with them. I literally, and we're not even gonna talk about that. I really could. Yes, I really could, but I'm not gonna go there. There's growing fears over the slowing economy. I've noticed it, right? So in some of the things that I do personally, I've noticed it. When I go to stores, things are not as busy. And y'all already know I shop local as much as I possibly can. I can't tell you when the last time I've been in Target. It's been well over a year and a half. And I have not been in Walmart. It's been several months since I've been in a Walmart. And whenever I run through Walmart, it's because I'm using their local ATM or something like that, running in and running out. But I have not shopped there. That was a personal decision because I knew I could find food locally at farmers markets and also at local stores. So I just wasn't with it. I wasn't. I'm gonna try to shop local as much as I possibly can. Y'all, I'm in so much pain. Oh, concerns about the economy are starting to take a toll on both consumers and businesses. Wall Street Journal, according to the Wall Street Journal, y'all, consumer confidence is actually dropping with people focusing on essentials and postponing big ticket purchases like cars and vacations. Businesses are feeling the squeeze with sales and customer inquiries that are down. Larger companies like airlines are actually adjusting their expectations as consumers start to cut back on spending. One economist actually noted the impact of the consumer, saying where the consumer goes, the economy goes. And I don't know about anybody else. If you can kind of share with us what your experience has been. What have you experienced locally? Like, are you making a more conscious decision for real now, y'all? Have you started making a conscious decision on where you're spending your money? I know I have. If it's not important, if it's not for the business, and if it's not going to help me to grow what I'm currently doing, then I don't do it. I don't do it. And I'm really, really looking at some other opportunities. Yes, I'm gonna be sharing some more stuff with y'all tomorrow. I found some more side hustle stuff, and we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We certainly are. Why? Because it's important. It's important. Because we got some good stuff. The last time we went live, we got some good stuff. Let's see. So what I can tell you is, for me, if it is not the mortgage, if it is not the utilities, if it is not gas in my car or the things that I need, like, homeowners insurance, which is part of my mortgage, and, vehicle insurance and stuff like that, I don't fool with it. I don't fool with it at all. At all. So if we're looking at what's happening right now, it seems like it's doing okay today, right now. But y'all know how that can fall, right? So it's up. We're up. We're starting to see some things. Y'all start looking at y'all 401k and stuff. Don't just leave it to chance. So it's actually trading higher. Retail sales are up. We talked about that earlier, right at the beginning of the show. And also, the Federal Reserve is preparing for their 2-day meeting tomorrow as well. Instead of Amazon, I'm buying from the individual. Come on, there you go. What's it called? Goods Unite. Goods Unite Us. Okay, let's write that down. So we got another one. Goods Unite Us. Y'all, it even hurts to write. My little wrist. Goods Unite Us. Use the app, y'all. You heard what she said. Goods Unite Us. I'm going to go ahead and let me see. I'm going to have to put it on my other phone. Let's see. I wish I would buy another phone right now. I did not go. It was the first thing that popped up. Yep, here we go. I think I already have this app. I know the microphone. I think it's on this device. But yeah, so Goods Unite Us. I think I already have that one. And these tariffs are ridiculous. Let's talk about that. What time is this? 10:48 where I am. Is anybody else doing anything? You did. I sure do. Yep. Then it's on this phone. Yep. Good United. It's sometimes I have so much going on and I forget. So charge it to my head and not my heart. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Bibbidi Bob. Thank you. So there's another one. What else are we doing? Y'all, I used the Libby app this weekend. Yes, you did, CJ. You did. Thank you for the reminder. And I did download it. It is on my other phone. I got this already. I don't have it on this phone or my other one. So what else did we do? So my Libby app, I used it this weekend because a new Woman's World came out. I sure did. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something else I did too. I made a conscious decision to watch Meghan Markle's program, and I fell asleep again. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about her show. I don't know what it is. I can't keep my eyes open. Maybe it's one of those shows. You know how like sometimes now that we're older, there are those comforting shows. Is it because it's comforting? Is that what it is? Because with this one, I sit down this thing. I know I'm up, like looking, and I said I'm gonna just have to just start over. It's just something about that girl's show that is not that it's not good. It just makes I might need to watch it intentionally. I had a thought. I have lived a few places. I often miss foods from there. I have learned to make instead of Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm looking for local mom and pop hardware stores. Here's something else I learned too. Ace Hardware are locally owned folks. Look into them if you do not have like a hardware store like the one that I shared a video of this place here called Act Now Liquidation. And they have like a lot of hardware and stuff like that. There's actually two here. And I forgot the name of the other one. But I can go to either one of those and get stuff for the house or like flooring or, I know that my bathroom door, the handle just fell off, right? So I have to go get a new handle, the whole shebang. And I'm going to be going to Act Now to go pick that up. They had these cute rugs, brand new rugs that I got, especially for my bedroom that are washable. So what I can't buy. Yep. So I've come out of Home Depot. Now we do have not a florist, but we actually have a plant store here. So I'm going to be going there for my flowers and stuff this coming weekend. I'm sure that will help towards shopping local if you can't get what you want. Yep. I agree with that. What else do I do? eBay. I have replaced Amazon with eBay. Right now, I am currently watching Roku on my side TV. And it has I got rid of my cable and all I have is internet. It's been about 2 years because that was ridiculous for me. Typing in parts, so you got to scroll. Okay. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. Where else do I shop? Oh, so I got rid of my subscription to Audible. I have audiobooks now through where? The Libby app. I canceled my subscription to Amazon Prime. I canceled my Sam's membership and I got Costco. Let me see. Buy US made products. Volunteer. Vote what? Child. Check to see if your city has a restore habitat. There's one about 15 minutes from me. You're right about that. For home improvement. There you go. There's another one. We're actually, a friend of mine is having a veterans event. And so I'll be, if not volunteering there, I'll also be I'll be donating some monetary support. Yep. The one by me is more expensive than a big box store. Yeah. Now you gotta get in there and get careful. There are some consignment stores with furniture and stuff in them. I have learned to stay out of Goodwill because y'all donating stuff and then you have like some stuff that's in there that's more expensive than the bread. Why? Who pricing this stuff? What's happening? It really does depend, doesn't it, y'all? So that's one of the things that I do is I try to stay out of big box retailers as much as possible. And honestly, can I keep it 100 with you guys? Yeah, Goodwill is one. Salvation Army, we have one here. I'm gonna just be real. I don't need nothing else in this house. Listen, I have learned how to box things up and reuse them. I have learned on TikTok that does dollar store meals. Yes. I love her, Stella. I have seen her. And I won't lie to you guys. I have gone to Dollar Tree and gotten a lot of the snacks for the house. I sure do. Or like before I traveled, like this weekend, I ran over to Dollar Tree and I got like all of the things I was going to need so I could just pack it. And then I have like those little sectional containers and I put everything in that. And then we stayed at the hotel over the weekend. Hey, as Kate sees it, how are you? Come on in here, y'all. For those of you all who are new here, I'm Paulette. I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, which houses brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and of course, you guessed it, Brownstone Living Magazine. If you would like your issue, your free digital copy of Brownstone Living Magazine, it is in my stand store right now. All you have to do is tap it, and it might ask you for your email. It may or may not, but that's how I'm starting to keep in touch with you guys outside of social media, right? We talked about that too, didn't we? So for those of you all, good, that's good, as Kate sees it. Good to see you. What we're doing today is we have a project. We did talk about the news. But y'all know we veer off sometimes. We'd already veered off from the news. Snacks from the dollar store. And people can get mad if they want to about that little 25 cent. Listen, sometimes when you go to these big box retailers, it's ridiculous. I'm like, oh no, I don't, and now that my kids are grown, they kind of do, two are already out the house and one she'll be coming back home. The graduation is coming up, y'all. I made it. One more good month and we'll be graduating everybody, including myself. So I don't do a lot of that anymore and I don't need a lot of things. And so take inventory of your house. Let's go back to this. Take inventory of the things that you have. I had to go back and look. I have so many sheets because I believe in new sheets, clean sheets, thread count. Those are some things that I'm not going to fight you on. I don't do polyester on my, no, that's not on this skin. No, ma'am. No, absolutely not. And that's my preference. So what I had to learn how to do was to every 6 months or so, back when I was super young and new mother and all of that, I would purchase entire new bed suits, right? So it would come with everything. They used to call it a bed in a bag. I don't know what they call it now, but it was a bed in a bag. And I bought only those that had like a certain thread count. So that was number one. Assess, do you have enough sheets? Do you have enough bedding and things of that nature? Assess, do you have enough dishes? Do you have those staples? Do you have to go get new things, Paulette? Can you assess the inventory? Are those sheets that bad here's my point. Are those sheets that bad that you got to go get new sheets when you feel, or towels? The amount of towels in this house are ridiculous. But I like big plushy towels. Repair cafes. Highly recommend. What is a repair cafe, Stella? Talk to us. What else do I do? I do try to buy in bulk the things that I use constantly to try to save money. I'm also tell you something else. Do not sleep on the Dollar General app. Do not sleep on the Walmart app or the CVS app. Do not. They are my besties. Do not sleep on some of these local stores that are offering you an opportunity to get the items that you would normally get from other places, like your big box retailers, because they've purchased some of those items wholesale somewhere else. Yep. I have for the car, which needs to go in the shop. For my car, I have a local guy that has a shop here. Shout out to him because she's kept her running since I moved in this area. I have a cash car. If you can get a cash car, or you can purchase, buy your car down just a little bit, please do that. I made a decision that last time my car got repoed when I was in college, I was like, oh no, we're not doing this again. So the next opportunity that I got to purchase a car, I made sure that I doubled down on the payments and I paid the car off in 2 years. It was a no for me because I never had their deals with me. And thank you so much. I made a decision. I was not ever going to go outside and see my car gone with children. So I have a cash car. I'm looking for one now. I'm looking for a cash car right now. Would you be okay with bringing me in for a short minute? Had to type that. No pressure though. I'm leaned over and I'm already sore. But you know what, Stella? That's a great idea. Maybe tomorrow, since I'll have more time, I'll open it up for that. And here's something else, y'all. I'm going to start inviting you guys onto the other platforms so we can do a forum. Thank you for that, though, Stella. Now, when I invite you, please be available. Please be available. I think this is amazing. We absolutely should do that. We absolutely should. Okay, for the bracelets? Yes. Yeah. How to get back to work, but I'd love to join. Yes, of course. I'm so sorry, y'all. When you sold your house, you paid off your car. Exactly. That was my point. I was like, oh no, I am not getting ready to be stuck out here. And people can say what they want. Oh, you make enough money. You could go on ahead and get you another car. Blah, 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 this, that. No, ma'am. Let me explain something to y'all. The next car I get will be a cash car. Not kidding. Because people, I'm sure that you guys are aware that I'm like a lot of people that are on this platform, and we're creators. Some of us are part of the Creator Fund. Some of us are affiliates. Some of us are UGC creators. Some of us outside of having business, because this is how I help to build the business. Y'all, we need to live within our means. Period. We do. And learn how to coupon and stuff like Big Mama and them did, and let food stretch and stuff. Really. 2 different repair cafes. One at the library, one at a local organization. Oh, that's pretty cool. And when you say repair cafe, see, I'm gonna have to look that up now. You need another one, but I have to figure out another way. Yes. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking about too, deals with me. And now I'm just gonna keep it 100, right? So y'all know with Brownstone Worldwide or whatever, I have a team. My team likes to eat just like I do. So before I get paid, they get paid. Guess what Friday was? Their payday. Guess who didn't get paid? Because I had just enough to make sure that the business keeps running and just enough to make sure my people got paid. Because we had this event this weekend that we were covering, right? So in order for them to show up, in order for them to do the work, once I send those files off, guess what? Right? So I have to learn to still live within my means, because it doesn't matter. Drop-in base. If you have something you need. Oh, I love that. I think we do have, I don't think we call it a repair cafe though. But that's what I do. I have made it my business to make sure that in order to keep the business running until things grow and pop off, because it is, y'all, hang in there with me now. Okay. I still have to live within my means. And no matter how much money that the business makes, I'm still going to live within my means. How about that? I'm still going to do that. So any additional resources that I make, it comes from going, doing the lives, being a creator, both here and on Meta. And YouTube is next. And that's how we, outside of advertisers and affiliate programs and stuff like that for the magazine, my foot is swollen, y'all. Stuff like that for the magazine. That's how we generate revenue. And I keep saying, okay, now if I do the math just right, because today is Money Mondays, if I do the math just right, there will be enough to do X, Y, and Z. And then I could, and then, you hear those people, they say, oh, well, you could get your car in the company name. You know what? Stop coming out here and telling people, thank you for that. I appreciate you. I hope that says Lori. I can't see that far. Y'all charge it to these eyes and not my heart. Stop out here, these credit repair folks and business credit folks. Stop going out here and telling these people that they can get a car in their business name. Stop telling people that. Just because you get the vehicle doesn't mean that you get to drive around in it for free. And then y'all getting the fanciest of cars. That's just the dumbest thing. It is so stupid. I feel like I missed something. I'm too far back. All right. So let's get into it. Why are we here on today with egg cartons? Why are we here? Ooh, my hands are sore. I got it right? I hope so. And it's all nonprofit. Sweet. Y'all got your vitamins and stuff. Did you take your vitamins? Listen, you got your 6 list? I'm moving all of this stuff out of the way. Let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. So I use a container for my eggs. See that? For my eggs. So I got these on sale and they've been in the refrigerator. I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is like gold in the house. So we don't eat eggs often. Okay? We really don't. So what I'm going to do, one little long egg, okay? I'm going to go ahead and fill up my egg crates. And I'm going to be honest with you all. I am an Amazon influencer and have not influenced since this circus. But I got this when I was, doing the influencer thing, right? And it slides too much for my liking. So I don't use it much. We're going to save these. Y'all already know why. Okay? All right. Save those. And I'm going to put the other eggs. Oh, these are extra. What are these? Extra. Oh, these are large eggs. Okay, so Imani must have purchased these. Y'all, when I tell you I'm hurting so bad, do not fall in your 50s. So I'm going to slide these back in here. There we go. And it's nice. It gives you more space in your refrigerator and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. Hey, Barbara Jean, thank you so much for that. And what we're going to do is we're going to save these because guess what we're doing today? We planting. We're going to start our sprouts in these. I had these trays, right? So I have these nice size trays and I thought, why am I going to use that when I can just go ahead and just use these? Okay. So I'm just putting these away and it holds quite a bit as you can see, right? Now I have 2 free reusable containers because y'all, this is styrofoam. Okay. This takes a long time to decompose, but we're going to definitely use those. All right. Hang on just a minute. Let me put this in the refrigerator. I made room for and it has its own little space. Now, if you're careful, you can get this in here without an issue. Boom. It has its own little shelf and we're good to go. So if anybody needs an egg, they can just slide this out. But you got to be careful because if you slide it too fast, it'll come right on out. Now we have our little eggs here, our little eggshells. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little compartments, and it's 12 in here, right? You put a little dirt in there. That's all we're getting ready to do. How? We're going to get us a little dirt. This is full of dirt. Yes. So I have my gardening soil, and we're going to put our dirt in it. So I keep this little cup in here. Grab some of this dirt. And you don't need a lot. There you go. Just a little dirt. Why are you doing this on your kitchen counter? Because it's my kitchen counter. That's why. How about that? For those of you, oh, that's just quit playing like y'all doing so much at your house. That's just so extra. And you wearing gloves in your house for everything. No, you're not. I'm just saying, quit playing with it. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm putting my dirt in each one. Can y'all see that? No, you sure can't. All right, so let me pull that back. Now, those of you who are watching on YouTube and stuff, you can absolutely see this. So I'm just mashing that up. I just feel like putting my hands in it, y'all. And all I'm going to do is just take and fill it up. There we go. See, less mess. I just need to wash my hands. It's dirt. We made it dirt. You know, the kind that you scrub off your body. Stella, I haven't tried that. Stella said that we can freeze eggs. That's not a bad idea. I understand that we're asking for eggs from other countries. Have they figured out what's going on with this bird flu? What is it? How do we end up here? Or did they cut funding for that too? Oh, don't get me started. All right, so y'all see what I'm doing. That's it. Filling it in. Filling it in. That's all. We're not doing anything major except filling little eggshells in. And see, this is stuff that you already have around the house. So guess what I didn't do? I didn't go buy nothing. This was stuff I had. I already had the dirt from last year because I keep it in a bucket. Here we go. We're going to do the, now what we are going to do is I'm going to use, you ready? Sit down. Hold on. With my clean hand. With my clean hand. What was that? Okay, Stella, have a good one. All right, here we go. So, I need some more dirt in this one. So we're going to use beans. Where'd you get the beans from? From a local grocer. From a local grocer. So I have a bag of beans. A bag of beans. Don't know about it. Listen. How many beans do I need? So I'm going to put like maybe 2 in each one of the little reservoirs here that I filled with dirt. And I'm going to be honest with you. My granddaughter, we're going to save this for her. Okay? We're going to save this for her. All right. Now, I'm going to cut this open. I got this from a local grocer called Wilson's. It's a dried pinto beans. And let's see. I told you all about Wilson's. I will. You too, Stella. Okay, here we go. And all I'm going to do is take a handful of beans. Oh, man. They're going to spill. They're going to spill. I'm going to have beans all over the place. Oh, no. They're going to fall. Okay, so here we go. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little and put 2. I'm going to put 2 in each one because one may germinate, one may not. Okay? That's all I'm doing. This is a fun little project that the family can do. And I'm actually going to use one of the lights that we use when we are recording programs. I'm going to just lean it in. Just let it stay lit. That's it. And when it has grown out, we'll just break this apart and plant it. So I won't have to do much. I learned this from my dad. Okay. So we have, let me just go ahead and put some more dirt on top to cover them up so they can stay nestled. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. So you started your planting here. This is easy. Oh, this is not hard. I'm gonna tell y'all something else that I started yesterday. No, was it yesterday? I had my lettuce. I started my lettuce yesterday as well too. How easy was it? I cut the stem off of the lettuce and I put it, and I'm getting ready to show you guys. So I cut the stem off of the lettuce and I put it in a bowl of water. I already have my onions that are in water and they're already starting to take root. I'm going to share that with you all too. So we're just putting our seeds, and you don't have to dig them deep, right? You don't have to do that. You just want to make sure that they're covered, and we're going to cover those up. So there you go. We have our first. This is like a little starter kit. Again, you can go to and give these people your money, or you can find some seeds that you already have. What are seeds? It's your beans, it's your fruit, it's your, tomato seeds and stuff like that. Use what you already have and take this, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close it for now, okay? Because later, before we leave, we're gonna wet this. We're gonna wet it, and I'm just gonna set it in the garage on a table that we have and put the light on it. So that's number one. Let me wash my hands real quick. And then I started my onions. I started that already. And the potatoes are going to be next. We'll start the potatoes, and everything will start to germinate in the house first. And then, so here we go. We have our onions. So here we have a stalk of onions, 2 stalks actually. Where did I get it? I got it from the grocery store around the corner from my house. Okay. So I started my onions. Good morning. Good morning, S.R. Brilling. How are you? And then I started my lettuce. So we started lettuce here. I just cut the stalk off and put it in water. Okay. I will be honest with you. I cut this yesterday. It's already starting to sprout something here in the middle on both of them. And I'm okay with that. I'm good with it. All right. So we have those. Now, what am I going to do with the lettuce that I didn't use? This right here that we have on my cutting board that I have lovingly named Louise. For those of you all who've been following me sometime, you know that I have items that I name after my family members. And so you got lettuce growing too. Do you really? So I'm going to be using this in the compost bin. Okay. Because I'm not going to eat these. Okay. Not going to eat them. But what I am going to do is cut these up because they've been out too long. But I will be using this in the compost bin. What does our compost bin consist of? It will consist of those scraps of food items, cardboard, things that naturally break down will end up in the compost bin. And then we can start turning that. Now, how can you create your own compost bin? A couple things you can do. You can use a garbage can. You can go to the grocery store and get that little garbage can that they have on sale at the end over there by all that, like that little corner. Okay, you could get one of those. You can go to Dollar Tree and get you one of those. You can get you a small one, large one, whatever. I would encourage you to keep it on the side of the house, not inside of the house, because it can get kind of funky sometimes. But this right here is definitely compostable because you can see it's already starting to disintegrate, and this would be perfect fertilizer for the dirt that we are going to be using and making. We also have our bins and I'm going to share with you those in just a minute. But we also have our bins that my daughter has been collecting so we can start outside. I cannot wait. Listen, it's already starting to warm up, baby, outside. And I have a slope in the back of my house. And so we've been cutting into the Georgia clay stairs. And y'all, they have started to grow moss on them. It is so pretty. And so we're going to continue on down so I can walk down the stairs. Super cute, super cute. Dangerous when we first started it though. Tripped a couple times. But when I tell you it's a steep slope, it's pretty steep. So we're going to be using that. Yeah. So we'll use these for composting right here. And there are going to be some things that I will purchase outright. Like I am going to go to the nursery. We're going to go to the plant nursery and we're going to get the tomatoes that have already sprouted. Yeah, we're going to start there. I already know how to do those. We're going to start with some seeds as well, like oregano and stuff like that to use to balance out like that. Digging. I didn't have no choice. Now, I'm going to tell you something. What we did was we went to YouTube University. This is true story, y'all. I went to YouTube University and I started looking at people that were building it with like bricks and glue, not glue, but like outside cement and all that. And I thought, you know what? That's too much. So I bought rocks and like the, all of that to put on the side. Still got all of it. And we built these stairs with the brick, just like the video said, to build into the slope. And one day I was standing outside and it had rained it had rained just a little bit. And I said, let me go get this shovel and see if I can dig into the clay and create stairs going down. And I did. Sure did. And it actually is still there. It didn't, because Georgia clay is something else, right? It doesn't just like when it rains, it doesn't disappear. It's still there. And so, yeah. And so what I am going to do is take the brick and slide in there, right? And kind of, pack it down just a little bit and allow the moss to continue to grow. But I thought, oh, this is so nice. And I was telling my daughter the other day, I was like, look, Imani, it's growing moss around. So like the entire area has like moss. So I thought it's going to be super cute, super, super cute. So KJ went back there yesterday and he started edging so we could start clearing out stuff. We keep that area really clear. I remember when we went back there with machetes and cut down it had risen so high just from, lack of care and so forth. But this year, yesterday, he got all of the leaves up. I told him, do not rake the leaves this year. He got all of the leaves up and he put them in piles for me yesterday because we'll be using that in the bottom of the boxes. Let me show y'all the boxes. So we got these boxes, just some wood, regular wood boxes. Now this is the smallest one we have. We have them in different sizes and we're going to mark which ones get what. So at the bottom of each box, let me tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not buying a bunch of dirt. When I got leaves, broken pieces of wood from cutting down portions of branches in my yard, when I have food that can be used, and we're going to layer like lasagna. We're going to layer it here first. And then at the top, we'll take and we'll put, the fertilizer and then the dirt. Okay. And we have enough where we'll be able to start like, nice potatoes, some tomatoes, some cucumbers, onions, garlic. I forgot I have my garlica. Shout out to Terry K for that. And the beans. And then of course I have to build out those trellises, for the beans and, start there. We're also going to get 2 raised garden beds and put them on either side of the house in the back. And that is where we will, build some flowers and plants and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, it's going to be a little project, and I am going to document it. So kind of stick around for that. It's just something to do. It's important because if we say we want to kind of take control and not do as much spending and so forth and whatever, this is where it's going to start. And we're trying not to spend a ton of cash doing it. I'm not. So a company was giving these away and they have more. Now we're also going to create walkways. How are you going to create walkways? Y'all ready for this? Pinterest is your best friend. Let's talk about that. Pinterest is your best friend. So Pinterest, several people are using, oh my gosh, I don't forgot the name of the thing. It'll come to me. But people are creating walkways through their garden. Some people are using rocks. Some people are using what's the other thing that they're using? Rocks, brick, and I'm going to be using the wood pallets. That's what they're called, the wood pallets. We're going to create that, and so there will be walkway. When I tell y'all the way my yard is built, I got plenty of good room in the back. So we're going to have the walkways created. We're going to do like 3, 1, 2, and 3, so you can walk around without getting your feet and stuff too in the dirt, okay, which is really just Georgia clay. So there ain't no way I could have put anything in the ground in the back of my house, because that is Georgia red clay, the kind folks cut up in the white clay and they put in their mouth. I don't understand that, but there you go. So we have our lettuce cut. Where did I get all of this? At the grocery store, folks. At the grocery store. You need a wheelbarrow. I know. That's not a bad. I thought about it. I was like, where am I? So my daughter goes, Mama, you need a shed. Wait, where am I? I need a what? Okay. So yes, a wheelbarrow would be good. I might consider that. But we also have a foldable wagon that we were using. We did trade shows when I had my store. So I might just use that instead. Okay. But this is going to be cool. So this, we're going to be composting. How do you start? Just like I just did. You got stuff that you already know that you done bought. Celery, beans that have been, you know what I mean? Where are these going? You saw what I just did. I took these beans. Either A, you're going to boil them, put you some ham hock in here with a little seasoning, some peppers, some onions, onion powder, a little some, or you're going to take these and you're going to plant them in the ground so that you can have a harvest. But we have to start now. We have to, I am a month behind on some of this, because you know some of this should have already been, you know, like your basil, your oregano, cilantro, stuff like that, that you can literally, you know, go and plant. You should have planted that last month. I'm good, because I'm gonna go and get that at that local nursery I've been telling you about. Again, your onions, I just put them in water. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do the same. The garlic is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna put those on little paper towels. Let me get that now. So I got there. So garlic. I'm gonna fail again. So garlic, guess what it's already doing? You ready for this? We're gonna take the garlic. And it's already sprouting. So you can actually grow your own garlic too. It's gonna make you a vegetarian. Yes, I do have an Ollie's up here. Yes, ma'am. Kim, is that you? So you can see it's already starting to grow. It's already starting to sprout. So what do? We're gonna help it. I'll be putting that, as you can see. Here you go. As you can see, I'll be planting these. That's where you got your seeds from, girl. I see your hat. That's why I asked, because I can't see your name, but I see your hat. Okay, Rich in the building. Okay, more garlic. And be gentle with them, y'all. They need us, and we need them. All right, so we're going to start with these. So we're good to go. And even if you just leave them out, and so some of my potatoes already have good eyes, and I'm going to be planting those as well in some other pots outside. We got them to grow pretty big last year. And then They were, when I say big, they were little red potatoes, so they got to be about that big. And then we put them in the air fryer and roasted them. So we got our garlic over here. So we're good to go with that. And we're going to do the same, okay? We're going to do the same here. Now, while we're sitting here and we got this other eggshell, remember, don't throw these away. You can use these, y'all. Remember, don't do that. You can use these. So what I'm going to do, since I'm sitting here, is you can put like 1 or 2 in each one of these little reservoirs, unless they're huge. Like this one's pretty big, okay? It's already got the little green sprout on it. Here's another one with a little green sprout. You could put like 2 in each one, and let them grow out. Let them do what they do naturally, and that's grow out. But you could take these little clusters and create your own little planters and save money, because a lot of what you're trying to grow, you got it. It's at the local grocers anyway. Now I'm going to use paper towels here. We're just going to cut up a couple paper towels and wet them and put them down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this up. Here's another little sliver. Let's put this one here with that one. Okay, and again, we have compost here that we're going to use later. Okay, so I'm just going to peel these off. That's going to be a fun project. And we're going to peel these off and we're going to start the composting. How can you create composting? You can do things like take a garbage can, like I said, and start filling it with dirt and with fertilizer and your leaves. So I have a ton of leaves because I live around a bunch of daggone trees, and start putting that in the couple things you can do. One, run your lawnmower over those leaves, and you don't have to do that, but that just makes it easier for it to break down. Run your lawnmower over the leaves, and if not, just go ahead and just put them in a garbage can. Not only that, but pieces of wood, your food, items that you would normally put in your garbage disposal that keep your house funky. If you don't keep that sucker cleaned and aerated out, put it in your composter, your garbage can. Have a garbage can specifically for that, and turn it every couple weeks or so. Okay, so this is garlic. So there we go. All right, so there we go. There we go, y'all. That's a lot, isn't it? All right. Oh, here we go. So here's another one. We just got some more information. Let's see. Y'all, it's too much happening. Let's see what we got. The U.S. just eliminated critical funding for Black and minority-owned business, and it's not getting media coverage. Here's what happened. On March 14th, the White House quietly issued an executive order to dismantle the CDFI fund and the MBDA. These programs traditionally provide millions in funding, financial services, and business support to support Black, brown, and underbanked entrepreneurs. That would include women of all races. I'm thinking of getting a rain barrel to save on water, to save on your water bill. I saw somebody who built their own. I thought, how cool is that? CDF, why does this matter? CDFIs provide access to capital for small businesses that banks ignored. It was a requirement if you were a small business to have that. The MBDA is the only federal agency dedicated to minority business growth. Their elimination means less funding, fewer loans, and more obstacles for Black and brown entrepreneurs. This is not about bureaucracy. It's about cutting off economic access. Who benefits from this? Let's follow the money, shall we? Large corporations and traditional banks, which profit from high interest loans and financial exclusion. Predatory lenders who thrive when small businesses are left without options. Policymakers who avoid public pushback by keeping this quiet. This is deliberate economic suppression. What can you do? We're going to continue to spread the word. We're going to share this information. So, of course, I'm going to be making a broadcast post about this. Tag people of color, Black businesses, minority-owned businesses, women-owned business organizations, and leaders. Talk about this in your community. Pressure your lawmakers that you voted in to explain why they are allowing these programs to be eliminated. Okay? Here's what you also need to do. I'll be sharing this information. It's actually presidential actions on whitehouse.gov, reduction of the federal bureaucracy. In other words, y'all do know that this is economic redlining. I don't care how anybody puts it, that's what this is. Okay? All right. So let's get back to our joy, shall we? We gave our information. We already know what it is. And we're going to keep on smiling. Why? Because the power of collective consciousness can never be denied. Let's focus on the joy. Let's focus on being intentional with our resistance in big box retailers and so on, and supporting local small businesses, minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses. Yes, let's do that. All right? Now, we got our seeds. We're going to continue to plant seeds just like everybody else. And this is where I'm getting ready to wrap it up because this is important. And I intentionally did this. Okay, you ready? Here's what you need to know. Everybody is planting a seed every day. Every last one of us. This is a pinto bean. What will it produce? More of the same. We took this lettuce, cut it off, and let it start rooting. What will it produce? More of the same. This is going to produce fodder for more life to help us to sustain our lives, right? Same here. It is already doing what? Taking root. If you look closely, y'all, if you look closely, you'll see it's already taking root. What does that mean for us? That just like these plants here, if you give it enough attention, it will produce only of its own kind. Those onions will produce more onions. This will produce more lettuce. These will produce more garlic. And these right here that we did earlier together will do what? It will produce more pinto beans. But we have to do a couple of things. We have to take care of them. We have to nurture them. We have to pay attention to them. That which you focus upon will produce more of what you focus upon. So what are we not doing? We are staying aware of what is happening, and we will do our due diligence, and we will share this information, right? But we still gonna live in joy. We're still going to plant our gardens, because every last one of us, as I said earlier, is planting some kind of seed. If you sow discord, you can expect it to show up. If you sow confusion, you can expect that to show up too. If you continue to sow confusion and discord and violence and a reprobate mind, the way that you currently are, you will get the same. We are no different than these plants that will provide for us life, that will provide for us the sustenance that we need to continue to live and live a healthy and prosperous life. It does not matter who you are. You are not immune to this law. It is law. Whatsoever a man soweth in his heart, that he shall also reap. That's not just biblical. That is metaphysical. I need you all to hear me on this because this is my commentary. Don't ever think for a moment that us focusing on more of this, that we are not in resistance. I wished I would continue to give this foolery 100% of my time, my focus, and my energy. Because when I do, that is when we get more of that. That part. Exactly. What you put out in the universe is what you get back, and nobody is immune. I don't care how much money that you have. You can't take it with you. That part. Yes, that is right. So I will leave with you this. We will remain informed. We will resist by sharing information and providing valid information. That is what we are going to do. I will continue to do that through brownstoneworldwide.com. I am making a commitment to do that and be more diligent on what I share. But I'm also going to make a decision to provide ways for us to save more money. We can share here. I'm going to start putting this stuff out that y'all sharing in here. This is amazing. Building community. This is going to be important during this time because that's what they don't want us to. They want us to stay confused. Yeah, we know some missiles got thrown out over the weekend. We know all about it. He ain't the first president to do that. And he won't be the last because he won't be the last president. It has been declared by this mouth. Okay? Now, what we're going to continue to keep doing is focusing on more of this. We're going to have some fun. And please, let me know how you doing so we can share this in the magazine, Brownstone Living Magazine. Let folks know what's going on. Send me an inbox. Send me pictures. That's what we need to be doing. Let's build and continue to grow and take care of each other and love on each other, even in this virtual sense. Eat more pinto beans, y'all. Grow some watermelon and some grapes and bananas if the climate allows. Have more fresh coffee and take your vitamins and exfoliate your skin and drink more water. And just sit still. Sit still. And we will see people begin to reap what they sow. I'm not marching. Let's be clear. I ain't marching nowhere. My resistance is right here and over there and right there. My resistance is talking to you all. My resistance is sharing, using my media company, the things that matter. And they all matter. You just have to put it into the context that fits for you. Okay? All right, folks. 3 things that I always like to tell everybody before we end every single program. You guessed it. 1, love your life. Y'all, don't forget, before we do that, don't forget your 6 list. Look at your money today. I looked at mine already this morning. How your money doing? It's Money Mondays out here. 1, love your life. It is the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest. And remember this, you only get one you, so you might as well enjoy everything that is your life. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. I will see you all tomorrow morning for the day shift. I'm out of here. I got a ton of work to do, and I got a box to ship to Florida A&M University for my daughter. Her cap and gown has arrived. Y'all, the countdown has begun. We'll see you around.
Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now when things aren't created. But see, true.
A is for apple, red and round. A is for acorn on the ground. Wave your arms big like an alligator. Jump up high and clap together. Clap, clap, clap for a hooray. Sing it loud, let's shout and play. A is awesome, and that's okay. Clap, clap, clap for A today. A is for ant so teeny and small. A is for airplane flying tall. Wiggle your fingers, make 'em soar. Spin around now, once or more. Clap, clap, clap for a hooray. Sing it loud, let's shout and play. A is awesome, and that's okay. Clap, clap, clap for A today. Touch your toes, then touch the sky. Act like an astronaut floating by. Say A, nice and clear. A for adventure, let's all cheer.